Hello, everybody. Again, Tech Attack is here with my TNA Impact Wrestling review for the night, February 23rd, 2012. Overall, tonight's Impact was okay. We finally got our first match made for Victory Road because last week we found out the Lockdown main event. But that's in April. So we found out what's going to happen on Victory Road in March, and I kind of predicted it myself that Sting would get involved in the pay-per-view. Before I get to Sting and what happened, let's get down to the man that, well, could have something to do with Sting's attitude. Bobby Roode came out because at the beginning of the show, we found out Sting released a tweet last week saying that he's done. We didn't know about being done mean, what being done meant. Was he done playing nice guy? Was he done with TNA? Was he done everything? Well, Bobby Roode claimed that Sting was there tonight to talk about his done speech, and Bobby Roode claimed that Sting's there to say bye-bye, and he's done with TNA, and Bobby Roode can lay all the claim because he attacked Sting at the end of last week's Impact with that low blow following the announcement that Bobby Roode will defend the TNA Championship against James Storm at Lockdown. So with that set up, Mr. Roode talking about Sting and not letting his ass hit him on the door on the way out. We had to the first match of the evening, which was a tag team title rematch from Against All Odds as the new champs. Samoa Joe and Magnus took on the former champs, Matt Morgan and Crimson. This match was okay. It was an okay opener. Jordan Magnus tried to defend the titles, and Magnus, Morgan and Crimson were trying their best to win the titles back. But I knew there was problems, and I was guessing, and I fully predicted this. I said Morgan, because Morgan was in position for a clothesline, and I was right. Joe ducked. Crimson got clotheslined by Morgan. Both were down, double clothesline. And Joe picked up the pieces with his double team move with Magnus. 1, 2, 3. Joe and Magnus retained the tag team titles. I smell a feud with Morgan and Crimson because they lost the titles not once but twice in the last 10 days or so. Because they lost at the pay-per-view. And they lost inadvertently to Magnus and Joe again. After Crimson was ready for a clothesline but hit Morgan instead because Joe ducked. So I say Crimson and Morgan will feud. I smell a match of victory work for them. But they're going to settle their problems. We see that the champs still remain in the possession of Samoa Joe and Magnus. A great wake-up call to the tag team division in TNA. See how long they're going to last. At least they lasted longer than a week. So there you go. Magnus and Joe defend their titles. Speaking of championship, or at least a number one contendership, or number one contender, we got a match involving the number one contender for Austin Aries' X Division Championship, Zema Ion. He took on the man he pinned in a tag team match last week, stealing Austin Aries' thunder, Alex Shelley. This match, pretty high-flying. The X Division guys are always awesome, especially these two guys. I've always been a fan of Zema Ion, despite his cockiness and his cheating efforts, which I'll get to. And Alex Shelley is high-flying. Now, Alex was ready for a big move. The ending came. It was a decent matchup. Back and forth action. High-flying moves. And I saw that during the match, Zema Iron packed a hairspray can in his pants, ready to attack. And they interfered. And Webby got distracted, and Zema did use that spray can. He sprayed in the eyes of Alex Shelley, blinding him for a moment. And Zema Iron got the victory after blinding Alex and giving him a nasty move. I don't know the name of it, like some foot move. 1, 2, 3. Zema Iron gets the victory with Austin Aries at ringside watching. Of course, Austin must be impressed by that move, but who knows what's going to happen when they're meeting Austin Aries and Zema Iron collide again for the X Division Championship at a later date. Probably Victory Road. I didn't mention this, we had a segment involving Brendan Jacobs. Now, last week, the New York Giants running back for the Super Bowl winning team, the Giants, like I mentioned. He was at the ringside last week watching James Storm beat Bully Ray. Now, Brendan Jacobs was celebrating with James Storm. However, he got attacked by Bully Ray. Well, actually, Bully Ray spat beer in his face. Brendan Jacobs shoved him down and was broken up by security before he did any more damage to Bully Ray. So, since they taped Impact 2 days in a row, that's the deal. They taped one Impact one day, then they taped the next week's Impact the next day. Brendan Jacobs was at this Impact again this week after being there last week. He talked to the mic about wanting to get his hands on Bully Ray. Bully Ray came out. Bully Ray had a matchup scheduled. The main event was Bully Ray teaming up with Kurt Angle against Jeff Hardy and James Storm. That would be the main event one evening. And Brendan Jacobs chased Bully Ray down. He couldn't get him. But Brendan Jacobs did get his hands on Bully Ray, which I'll talk about later on when I talk about the main event. Now, on to our next matchup, which was a non-title knockouts match, which was the champion, Gail Kim, taking on ODB. Now, as we all know, there's some problems in the dissension with Gail Kim and Madison Rayne. The Madison Rayne won a knockouts battle royal last week, which means Gail Kim's tag team partner from the Knockouts Tag Team Champions will be the next in line for Gail Kim's Knockouts title. A lot on Gail Kim's mind, but Gail Kim, despite a little distraction from Madison Rayne, got the victory over ODB in this decent Knockouts matchup. ODB had a great advantage. ODB dominated some of the matchup, especially with a boyfriend. I call him boyfriend. Goofball Eric Young at ringside. He didn't do that much goofiness. But midway towards the match, Madison Rayne came out, distracted Gail, and I thought Gail was going to lose for a minute, but Gail came back, gave the eat the feet in the end, and got the victory for herself, sending a message to everyone in knockouts, especially her partner, Madison. Now, Madison came in trying to hug Gail Kim, but Gail Kim is like, honey, you want to go for this title? Friendship is over, bitch. That's what she's showing me. That she doesn't care about friendship. If her friends wanting a knockout shot, friendship is over. If they want that. Speaking of titles, let's take a look at this happened. AJ Styles took on, of all people, Robbie E for the television championship. No, AJ's got his problems with Kaz. We all know that got over. Well, was over, but apparently the problems with AJ and Kaz aren't over. But still, it's stupid that AJ Styles wrestled, of all people, a goofball, a dumbass, douchebag like Robbie E. He deserves better. Or at least, the good thing was at least AJ Styles did not get pinned by Robbie E. That would be sucky. That's like Santino Marella pinning CM Punk. Or pinning Daniel Bryan. Like what would have happened on Sunday. But anyway, I'm glad Robbie E did not beat AJ pinning, but AJ did win by disqualification. AJ had a match in hand. He was ready to focus more on titles instead of Kaz and Daniels, this whole Kaz and Daniels thing. But maybe towards the match, AJ had things in hand. He hit the Pele in his okay matchup. AJ made Robbie look good, but everyone knows Robbie is and was and always will be a bad wrestler and a douchebag. And I'm glad AJ didn't win the TV title, because the title's a bad name. But with Robbie E. Oh, that title sucks anyway. But AJ was ready to get the victory, but all of a sudden, Kaz came down from ringside, and he wasn't resisting. He was not hesitant. He pushed AJ down, clotheslined him, causing AJ to win by disqualification. So apparently AJ and Kaz, their problems ain't solved yet. Apparently AJ Styles wants Kaz in a gauntlet match with Daniels next week. It's not official yet, but that would happen next week. AJ, Kaz, and Daniels in a gauntlet match. AJ demanded it following their little encounter tonight. So AJ may have to push off his world title dreams for now as he solves his problems with Kaz and Daniels. Especially after Kaz's interference. But like I said, I'm glad AJ did not win the TV championship. He doesn't deserve it because TV title is the worst title in TNA. Worst of the knockouts, tag titles. So there you go. On to our main event of the evening, which was a tag team affair. As Bully Ray and Kurt Angle, his first match since his injury, since interfering last week in the Jeff Hardy-Bobby Roode match, teamed up against Jeff Hardy and James Storm with Brendan Jacobs at ringside in the corner of Storm and Hardy. Now this match was a okay of a tag match. Bully Ray and Angle were working very well together. They were mostly dominant most of the match, especially beating the hell out of Jeff Hardy most of the time. But when James Storm came in like a house of fire coming in. And Angle and Bully Ray brought a table in for the ending. They were trying to bring a table in to put Hardy or Storm through it. But in the end, it was Bully Ray. The tables were turned, literally, pardon the pun, as Brendan Jacobs got involved in the match. He chokeslammed Bully Ray through a table and got the victory for Storm and Jeff Hardy. Now, Jeff Hardy did not get his hands on Kurt Angle that much. Jeff got tagged in and Angle got scared and tagged Bully Ray in. And Angle and Hardy had a little bit of altercation, but apparently Hardy and Angle will build a little bit. Especially, like I said, Hardy wants revenge after Angle screwed him last week. I smell a match of Victory Road between Hardy and Angle eventually. So we'll see how that feud fails out in the next couple weeks to come. But Hardy and Storm victorious in a tag match with a little help from the New York Giants, Brendan Jacobs. Now on to our last segment of the evening. Sting coming out to declare that he was done. Like I mentioned, he posted a tweet saying that he's done. Done what? Well, he said, he came out, he said, I'm done. That brought out Bobby Roode, talking about how Sting is done for the company. Well, Sting basically said, I'm not done with the company. I'm done being a nice guy. I'm not going to take it. Sting's not going to take it. He had the face paint. He's no longer the legendary icon. He's back to being the psychotic, the insane icon, the Joker icon, as many people call him, because he has like the Joker attitude, the serious from the Dark Knight. So he put on the red and black paint and Sting went all cuckoo. Bobby Roode, you woke up the beast inside of me. And basically, and I knew that Sting was going to get involved physically at Victory Road because I saw the trailer for Victory Road and it was teasing Sting being involved in Victory Road in some physical form. Well, after months and months of altercations, Sting's not going to take it. He will fight Bobby Roode in a match at Victory Road, which I should have guessed, because why wouldn't they let Bobby Roode defend the championship at Victory Road when he only has a title match signed with James Storm? Even that is signed, that doesn't mean that Roode doesn't have to wrestle at Victory Road. Well, he will wrestle at Victory Road, but not for the title against Sting. And Sting nailed the low blow on Bobby Roode to end Impact. Ta-ta for now, indeed. As Sting sent a message to Bobby Roode saying, I'm done being the nice guy. He's not done with the company. He's just done being the nice guy. We'll see how that fails out. With Sting and Bobby Roode, their feud elevating a little bit. Kind of like low nice. But anyway, Sting's now wrestling again. He's putting on the boots. He put on the tights, as he said. He's going to put on the wall paint. And you will face Bobby Roode in the match, non-title, at Victory Road. To vent out his frustrations after months and months of the treatment from Bobby Roode spitting in the face of Authority. Now Authority is going to get revenge on the anti-authority figure of TNA, Bobby Roode. That's what we had. Impact. Overall Impact was decent tonight. Like I said, we got the first match made for Victory Road and not Lockdown. See how many. We got possible Victory Road matches. Angle and Hardy could happen. Gail Kim and Madison Wayne's match could be at Victory Road. Same with Ziva Ion and Austin Aries. So we'll see how everything fails out in the next couple weeks, heading towards the Victory Road pay-per-view on March the 18th. Okay, Impact, it's TNA. It'll miss, folks. Okay. That is it for tonight's Impact review. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. You've all been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you very much. Have a great night. See you all later. Bye-bye. Yeah.